Hi, this is Tammy. I'm back to do the month of March. And this is a little bit more challenging for this month. Um, so what I've done already is I filled this back punch with paper from Mixed Bunch. And it's this green paper on the bottom here. And then I clicked on the photo box and I went over to the mat and I made it a basic gray. And I also double clicked on the calendar and changed the days and the numbers to basic gray. Okay, so now we're going to right click on the photo box, and again we're going to hit the round corners, but this time we're only going to do the top ones, and we're going to go to about 15 this time. Okay, and let's see, the next step is we're going to go to our stamps, and I am going to use this stamp, but just the lines down here. So we're going to crop. Oops, I'm sorry. We're going to go over here and select crop and just pick the lines, because we're going to use this as part of the border for the on the side. I'm gonna rotate that, and I know it's way too long right now. I just kind of wanted to eyeball it a little bit till I had to crop it again. So we're gonna go down about like this, a little bit more. Sometimes you have to creep up on this. Okay, that's about right, and I changed that color to pale plum. So go ahead and do that and copy and paste it on both sides. And the bottom border is this border up here, Creative Elements banner. It's a stamp, and so I put that in. Again, I cropped it, and oops, yeah, crop. Sometimes you have to kind of, it's a delicate touch to this crop feature. And you kind of gotta creep up again on it. I think I shrunk this a little bit too. Yeah, that looks about right, but we still need to bring it down a little bit. So let's take off about maybe 2 of those. And that's probably about right. And again, I colored that pale plum. Okay, the next step is to go to the punches, and under your borders, find, let's see, borders up here, select that and open it. And I'm going to pick Tasteful Trim shape number 2. This is going to go across, we're going to shrink that just a teeny bit, and again we're going to crop it. We do a lot of cropping on this. I want to say maybe about that much. You know, it's up to you what you like. Move that over, and then maybe you have to come over here to kind of size it down a little bit. I think I'm going to size it down just a teeny bit so that it fits across. Okay, and maybe has to go down a little bit more. And then we're going to paper fill it with white. Okay, and add a drop shadow. All right, and let's see, on the back I used a stamp from Creative Elements, this pretty little flourish. And again, I believe that I think I cropped this because it's a little too big, and I didn't, you know, I wanted it to be on the background and to kind of fill it all up, but I didn't want it to go down into the calendar part. So yeah, that probably fits about right. And then we're going to color that. I think it's Old Olive. Yeah. Okay. Now there's two tricky things on this calendar. Let's see. Actually, before I get to that, let's add our border punch, which is going to be under extras, and select that. And we're going to select the modern label punch. Where is it? Thought I found it before. Guess not. Oh, maybe it's under labels. Sorry, wrong one. Here we go. Modern label punch. That goes on top. Center that, and again, we're going to color fill it with white, and we're going to then put a matte on it, bring it down to 1, change the color to red raspberry, rich raspberry. Okay, and then I put this stamp on there, colored it a pale plum. I'm trying to go fast so that these videos aren't so long. Get to the more difficult part. Okay, anyway, you get it. And then I went to the month by month and got this March. You'll find it in there. Okay, so we're not going to worry too much about that. The tricky part is this flower. Flower is the first tricky part. Okay, so we've got this pretty black flower, and what we want to do is color it. So the way you do that is you add a freeform layer, and so you hit freeform over here on the side, and you tap this add brush layer. What that's going to do is put a little, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Hit erase if you do what I just did. Okay, you got to click out of that and then click back on it so that you can move it. Forgot about that. We'll just make it a little bit smaller and put it right over the object that you want to color. And I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit so that I can see this a little bit better. Okay, there we go. Now on your freeform, you're going to see that you've got brushes and brush and erase. And actually, I think I need to double click on that to actually make these highlight. Yes. Okay, so we want to use our brush. We want to use a particular color. The first thing I'm going to do is pick white because I don't want this the background stamp to show through. So I'm actually going to do a couple layers here, and I want my brush to be a little bit smaller, but I'm just going to go through and I'm going to color. Whoops, I kind of went out of the lines there. I want to color some of these places where it's covering over things, and I also want to cover up some of these major lines just so that it doesn't show through a lot. After, you'll get it after I'm all done. Anyway, go ahead and do that and just kind of get rid of that background stuff. Okay, that's probably good enough, believe it or not. This is not going to show that much. It's mainly you just want to get rid of. Actually, I'm going to really bring it down and try to put a little dot right there and right here, because I want to be able to, I'm also going to erase this part that I messed up on. There we go. that's probably just fine.